Hello, hello. This is Mr. Shine. I am starting off my first full arena run tutorial slash just walkthrough. There's a lot of other people that stream on Twitch and other things like Trump, Hafu, Crip, um, Maz, all those other guys. So a lot of the advice that they will have is probably very similar to what I'm going to be doing in this. But I just figured it would be worth going through a arena run. You know, there's a lot of people on the forums that tend to think that Hearthstone is too luck intensive, or there's not enough skill involved, or I think just kind of thinking that it's all about the cards and not just the play itself in the game. And I think that is wrong. I would like to prove that wrong, and I also want to walk through my decision making and see what other people think. Maybe people will agree with me, maybe people will learn some things, and maybe I will learn, or other people will inform me of the mistakes that I've made as I go through this run. So I'm hoping this is going to help me and help you guys too. So I am going to kick us off. Let's do an arena. And I think this episode is just going to be us walking through a draft. A single draft. I normally use arenamastery.com to help me, or at least I just log all of my picks. For the sake of speeding this up, I will not do that, and I will just pick from here. So yeah. Alright. So one thing I will do, what I've been doing lately, is I've been checking my least played classes, and then I decide which one I want to play. So out of those guys, I have Shaman with 12 games, Mage 22, Druid with 11. Druid? Druid. Druid. Druid is. Alright. I like Druid. Druid's pretty controlling. Good hero ability. And yeah, I tend to do pretty well with it. So, okay. So pick number 1. Bite, not a very strong removal. Gadazan can be good with a lot of spells, but it's too early. Knife Juggler is a solid 2 that can be even better. Ogre's awesome. Guardian, Rager. Rager's bad. Gets pinged too easy. Guardian's a fairly weak 4. Can be good, but Ogre is too good to pass up, especially early because it survives for so long. Alright, Archer and Engineer are both just cards that don't do enough for what they, for a card. Iron Bark, big monster. If there were better cards, I might have chosen them, but Iron Bark is good. Alright, Wisp is awful. Mark of the Wild and Commando. So, I don't usually like buffs. Mark of the Wild is too dependent on other things, and it sets you up to be 2 for 1. Commando isn't a great 5, but you can 2 for 1 something by trading, doing the 2 damage. Okay. Rager bad, Leper Gnome dies too easy. Raider's not the greatest 2, especially for Druid, but it'll do. Raider's bad, Nightblade's too expensive. Let's go with a good old vanilla 3/3 taunt for 3. Vanilla taunt versus Flesheating Ghoul, which will most likely be a 4/3 when it plays, is probably better than Grizzly. Not much. Soul of the Forest can be good, but again, I think it requires a lot. You have to have things on the board, and people in Arena usually remove things from the board. Flesh-eating has a little more upside. Alright, here we go. Dark Iron, strong card for 4. Inventor's good too. It does replace itself, but the Dark Iron allows something else that's cheap to trade up, and it is also a 4/4. And I don't have any 4s, that's what we're doing. Frost Ellie, Ghoul, and Nature. This is interesting. I already have some good late game. Frost Ellie is not a very good late game card, because it's, I mean, the freeze is okay. Mark, meh. I think we Ghoul again, but I'm not as happy, and now I wish I had the Grizzly from before. Alright. Chicken is awful. Although if I got all these buffs that we've gotten, then I would have picked Chicken, of course. Mind Control can be an awesome blowout. Starfire is just good in general. We need some good clearing here. Let's do that. Archmage, Savage Roar, and Starfire. Archmage, I only have 1 spell at this point. Starfire is solid. It is expensive, but if if you have control of the board, which I'm hoping to have at this point. Doing that. 7 drawer is good, but better in constructed when you actually know what you're going to get. Okay. 1, 2. 2 twos. This is a good 5. Have a commando in that. This is a close one. Naturalize 3 for 1s yourself and is not typically worth it. I like Loot Hoarder. I do like Loot Hoarder. I also know that there's Druid of the Claw, which is 5. This could be a mistake. I'm going Loot Hoarder. I want some 2s. I want to start us off. And that's okay, because now I like this 5 a little bit better than Stormwind, just because it allows you to set yourself up, the Silver Hand Knight rather. You can take a turn and then you can blast them with Starfire turn 6. Tiger. This is bad. Corsair and Light Warden are both bad. Nourish is a expensive turn pass that allows you to draw some cards, but that's what I have to work with. Alright, Inventor's easy pick here. Rifleman's awful. Inventor allows you to draw a card, and I don't have many 4s at this point, just Dark Iron. Yeti. I almost snap picked it, but yeah, I mean, Yeti is just great. 4 mana, 4/5, one of the things that has the most health for 4 mana. It almost always 2 for 1s, sometimes 1 for 1s. I mean, but it's just good. Grunt and those 2 are just kind of crappy. Okay. I do like Acolyte of Pain. I'm having a bit of card draw, not too much. Well, Nourish, Starfire, Gnomish, and Loot. That is probably enough. And I will probably need to focus on getting something that just has a little bit more beef to it. Magi is probably that beef. And who knows, maybe I'll get a swipe later, which will be awesome. Square, Dragonhawk, I'll get a little bit more. 2-drop Happiness. Drawing cards is always nice. Square is good, but Loot Hoarder is better. Champion. Again, just those don't do enough. And I can afford to put a little bit more late game here. I think I just have, yeah, Ogre, Champion, Protector. Oh boy. I don't do 2 Nourish. That's crazy talk. But this isn't good either. But Craze at least can sometimes do something happy. So I think Craze it is. Alright, this is interesting. Power of the Wild is very good. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I would already be... I'm happy to play... happy. These 3. This one situationally, this one rarely as a 2-drop. Do I get 1 more Protector? Or do I Warlord? I think I get 1 more Protector. Because... I mean, Protector is good, and I feel pretty confident about the 2-drops. At least enough, I should be able to get going. A little concerning with the Flesh-Eating Ghoul. If these things get killed for free, that then I have some weak 3s. But I'm doing it. It's too late to back up now. Ooh. Okay, got you. And I'm getting a Raptor, which is just a solid 2, which is fine. And I mean, Razorfen isn't awful. It's better than these 3 ghouls. 3 ghouls. Ugh. Okay, anyway. Raptor. Swipe. Swipe is awesome. Swipe is fantastic removal. Another Ironbark. Or do I Geomancer? Or do I Tiger? My 5s, Nourish, Starfall. Really just 2 things I would want to play on 5, and this one I don't always want to play. I think 3 Ironbarks is a little too top heavy with what I have. And I think Geo is... I don't have enough spells to make do with that. I think it's Tiger time. Oh my. Oh my. Would I play this? No, I'm getting Ironbark now. I changed my mind. These are not good enough. I don't like Oasis. It just is too weak. I mean, my 3s are pretty bad. But I should have a 2 on the board, or at least a chance to start a 2 on the board. Alright, we're going for it. We're getting beefy. And I like Earthen Ring a lot, but I think I need some early game removal, which is what Claw is. And on turn 3, if I have a really crappy 3 that has nothing else on the board to kill, I can Claw and hero abilities to do 3 damage and clear pretty much anything else. Claw. Again, right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, or at least 5, versus Spellbreaker, which gives me some flexibility. I think I Spellbreaker. I think I Starfire, which gives me a little more late game. No, Acolyte is also another 3, but it's another weak 3. I don't have many 3s. This could be crazy. I could be going crazy here. And 1 ancient. I don't think I have 1 silence. I don't think it is worth using my Spellbreaker, hoping for the dream. Although I did lose to this exact same dream the other night, who someone had played Ancient Watcher turn 2 and coined the Spellbreaker turn 3. But that is not nearly reliable enough. I don't have any way to make this a taunt, so that is a no-go. The question is, do I want which one of these? These are all bad. I think a Young Priestess. Because at least it can kill something. If there's not a pingable hero, then this will probably kill a 3-2, whereas this will just kill nothing, and it's kind of just a crappy ooze. Alright, it's over. It's done. 1 Claw, 1 Swipe. That's the early game. Late game, 1 Starfall, 2 Starfires as far as removal, so not fairly removal light in this deck. As far as my 2 drops, I have the 1/1. I have 2, 3, 4, 5 reliable 2s, which is a pretty substantial amount. I think you don't really want too many because you don't like to top deck 2s later in the game, and this should be enough for mulligans to usually have a 2 that drops. My 3s are weak, clearly weak. Too many ghouls, which sometimes can be good, but usually are just going to be, yeah, well, that's that. Good 4s, good 5s, and 3 Iron Barks. So if I can make it to late game, I should be able to bog them with enough of my protectors to beat them down. I have some good card draw in here, at least with my Loot Hoarders, Starfire. So this could be good. It may not be great, but it could be good. So yeah, that's that, and I will see you next time when I start the run. Bye.